So we're here at the Geissele booth. I'm with Sandy. He's going to kind of run through all the new stuff they got coming out for 2025. So Sandy, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so this is going to be our 14 and a half. This is going to be our GFRX. So as you can see, I'll just start from the back side. So we got a CTR stock on there, which are standard buffer tube on there. We got a Ipkicky muzzle, a little plate on there, so that way you can loop into it if you really wanted to. B5 grip. We got our what's called our positive snap trigger system, or our safety selector, so you can really hear it, make sure it snaps nice and well. We have our standard our bolt carrier, which is Nano's weapons coated, so our bolt and carrier, which means that carbon doesn't really stick to it very much. Very difficult, so you can pull this thing out after hard use, pull it out, rub a rag on it, and then just throw it back in there. So very minimal lubing, just because this stuff absorbs lube and doesn't let it go.
Well,
so therefore, basically, it makes it really difficult for carbon to even stick inside of it. Very difficult to do. Yeah, very reliable. Also, what's different about this, the big thing about uppers is that right along this section right here, on the inside where the cam pin runs up against the inside of it, the cam pin is sealed, and this right here is aluminum. So again, steel on aluminum, steel will win every time. So what we did is we riveted steel plate up on the inside, so now you got the cam pin running along, and they're both the same hardness levels, so they never tear each other up. So that elongates like significantly the life of an upper, depending on how heavy you use it.
Yeah.
So that's a big feature we got here. We have our maritime bolt catch, and then this is a cold hammer forged barrel, chrome line, so it's made for heavy duty use. You know, it's not like a cut rifle or anything else like that. So really good duty use on this one. A lot of rounds, it absorbs a lot of heat. It's pre-stressed at the factory for those reasons. And then going towards the muzzle end, what we are going to have is a Huxworks muzzle brake, which is threaded for also a Huxworks suppressor on the end of it.
Is that what's going to come when you purchase this whole?
So you'll get the brake, but you're not going to get the can, but you'll get the brake.
Okay.
So this is our 14.5 variant. And then we have the same one right over here, but this is, I believe, this is our 18-inch recce profile.
Okay.
So it's the same gun. So this is the gun that when I do my competitions, I compete with the 18-inch recce. So this is my style competition gun. I just changed the stock, the CTR stock. I put mine with the PRS light stock on there. Okay. I like a fixed stock. Yeah. So but you can't put you can't interchange these stocks, so it doesn't really matter. So if you don't like this one and you want a fixed PRS stock, then go ahead and throw that one on there.
Are these available to the public?
They are available to the public, yes.
Okay. Another thing, so on my channel, I do a lot of builds and things like that. Can somebody buy the parts individually and kind of build one of these themselves?
Sure, yeah. So you can buy like complete uppers, or you can buy just the barrel cartridge, or you can buy the trigger system. Okay. You can or you can buy an upper-lower receiver set if that's what you want. You can absolutely do that. Okay.
Cool. Well, you want to check out the bolt action gun you guys came out with?
Yeah, I think they're holding on to it right now. But if you guys want to go to the Mark 1, the Motto, the Socom rifle, we can the 6.5. We can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. So this is the bigger brother to this little guy.
Yeah, sure is. So this is our 6.5 Mark 1 Motto. All right, so it's chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. And when I was talking about a PRS light stock earlier, so this is the PRS light stock that I have on my 18-inch recce. All the same things that I talked about on the GFR are pretty much the same, but we do have some different variants that you probably aren't really aware of, which is, for example, if I wanted to lock the bolt back, instead of doing this dance right here that I'm doing right now, I can just come from right here, put it in my shoulder. I can push on the dust cover, it'll lock that back, and it'll lock the bolt back. So now I can keep my hand here. I can do a mag change, put my new mag in there, push on this button right here, my chamber, it goes forward. And I can drop my mag here, or I can push on this side, and I can push the mag here, and it'll drop the mag. So it's completely ambidextrous on both sides.
That looks like that dust cover's reinforced a little.
Yeah, so that's called a strike plate. So we use that, so as it's coming down, it hits this little button right here. And so this is made out of steel. We don't want the steel messing up with the aluminum. So yeah, that's what that's for.
Cool. Does this one have the steel rail inside for that?
Yeah, this also has the steel rail on the inside of it. So right up in here, the steel rail right here.
Cool.
And this one is our 20-inch barrel. Same design as we had before, and we have our Huxworks muzzle device.
It looks like this one's got the built-in Arca rail.
Yep, this does have built-in Arca rail.
Nice. Are these ones available right now too?
These ones are not.
military only?
Not commercially, these ones are not, but we're planning hopefully in the near
variant
future.
of it?
Yep.
Nice.
And then we also have the smaller brother of this variant, which is I think one of the other boosts, but that's our MRGG8, which is the full auto variant.
Oh, nice. All right, well, let's jump over and check out that bolt action gun that you're talking about.
Sounds good.
All right, so tell us about the new King Hunter. This is like a first for Geissele,
Yeah, this
right?
is a first for Geissele. So, all right, so about the King Hunter, this is going to be chambered in 7mm backcountry. So we did a collab with Federal, so their new peak alloy casing. So what that allows us to do is have a high pressure. So we have about 80,000 psi inside the chamber and a 20-inch barrel, giving us about 3,000 FPS, which is about 2 inches shorter than you would normally see on, like, say, 7 PRC.
Okay.
You know, so we're getting about the same muzzle velocity, if not a little bit better, with a shorter barrel length. And then also we have a custom fit Manners carbon fit stock, so carbon fiber, and so that makes this gun just about 8 pounds. So if you want to hold on to that gun,
that's not bad at all, man.
Yep. So it's 8 pounds, very light. And we also have, so it's a Remington 700 footprint on the inside, but of course the receiver and everything is proprietary to us. We have 2 different types of bolt knobs. We have this one right here, and we have another one which is a little bit more rounder.
Okay.
The whole thing is covered in our nanotechnology. So just like we talked about in the other gun, our whole bolt and receiver is in that same nanotechnology. We have accepts AICS mags, and we do have our G700 2-stage fixed trigger, which is about 3 pounds as well. So if you want to go ahead and give that a squeeze. The other thing that's really specific about this that we wanted to absolutely make sure is that, you know, Remington 700s have a reputation for not being drop safe or anything like that. So what we did is we actually put a nice little safety pin on the inside of it right here. So you can't actually turn the cocking piece. You can't turn this until that button has been depressed, and that is a drop safe function. So you can come all the way up, rotate it. So even if you drop it, it's not going to go off. So this is absolutely drop safe. We want to make sure that everybody, that all the bad things that you wanted out of a 700 we got rid of, and all the good things you wanted to keep out of a 700 we kept.
So could you put this in a different chassis system?
So you can absolutely put this in a different chassis. So out of range days, we actually had this one in an MDT chassis. Okay. So we were shooting it that way.
Are you guys planning on doing any different calibers?
So I do believe we are going to be planning on doing different calibers. We're just waiting to see how well this is received, I believe.
I gotcha. And what's the price point on one of these?
So this is about $3,800. $3,800. And this is not a military application rifle. This is strictly for large game, big game hunters, or a hunter of any kind, if you want to. It's designed to be super light, specifically if you're backpacking or hiking somewhere. You know, you don't want to carry around a 15, 14 pound gun. So yeah, we knocked that down by almost half. You know what I mean? So it is very light. And then it can come with 2 options. You can come with our Suave 8 muzzle brake that also threaded to accept a Huxworks muzzle, a Huxworks suppressor, or you can not have this and it'll come with a thread protector over the muzzle.
And you can put whatever you want on it.
And you can put whatever you want.
Cool. Well, awesome. Well, Sandy, I appreciate you taking the time.
Yes, sir.
Talking with us today.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh.